some of the main obstacles, or that both populations, or all of the populations involved, are very addicted to their fears.
Because when you think of a Palestinian, when you watch the news or something like that, many images pop into your head, like suicide bomber, terrorists, which aren't necessarily true.
And sometimes that's for good reason, and sometimes that's completely unfounded, and it's just based on a history of having dogmatic fear.
Since Israel declared its independence in 1948, during the Six-Day War in 1967, Israel made huge territorial gains. It seized both the West Bank and Gaza. A return to 1967 borders would mean Israel would have to give up this land, although of course we're talking about negotiations based on those borders with territorial swap.
Weeks ahead, important decisions have to be made if we are to proceed on the road to peace. We have reaffirmed the faith of the Palestinian people in the ideal of peace.
Fat wrote a letter to then Prime Minister Rabin. In this letter, he stated magnificent expressions, language.
The time for peace has come. We who have fought against you, the Palestinians, we say to you today, in a loud and a clear voice, enough of blood and tears. Enough!
And certainly in the United Kingdom it's clear settlements are illegal, they're contrary to international law, and they are also a hindrance to the sort of peace process and peace plan that is absolutely essential. Equally, there are important responsibilities on the Arab states, and I think...
And today the moderates and the pragmatists within the Palestinian Authority are dubbed being collaborators, being traitors and defeaters. This is the price that we have paid for moderation.
And I hope perhaps people are judging him or misjudging him, but the perception is that he's not going to be prepared to go as far as his predecessors, and his predecessors didn't go as far as the Palestinians wanted them to go. So
well, the Palestinians gained a lot when there was a leadership for them called the PLO that was recognized the world as representing them. I mean, a people without a representation is a people that goes nowhere. And I think it's when the world recognized the Palestinian leadership is when we started making progress. We moved from a refugee issue to the issue of a people with a land, with rights, with self-determination, and the right to a state.
For decades, a Palestinian-Israeli settlement has eluded us. Millions of men, women, and children have suffered. Too many people have lost faith in our ability to bring them the peace they want. Radicals and terrorists have exploited frustrations to feed hatred and ignite wars. The whole world has been dragged into regional conflicts that cannot be addressed effectively until Arabs and Israelis find peace.
As I've said many times, our goal is a two-state solution that ends the conflict and ensures the rights and security of both Israelis and Palestinians.
I said to President Abbas, and I said to Chairman Arafat many times, there is not a single shred of evidence that you can cite to me to suggest that the longer you wait, the offers are going to get better.
Israelis and Palestinians brushed aside skepticism as they sat down with Secretary of State Clinton to talk peace for the first time in nearly 2 years.
We believe, Prime Minister and President, that you can succeed.
The people of Israel are prepared to walk this road.
The PLO participates in these negotiations with good intentions.
As a committed proponent of a two-state solution, that is my wish, and I fully support that vision. The realization of this vision has been long overdue.
Party needs to give all the other parties a reason to relinquish their fears, a reason to depend on each other.
I think there are a lot of people that know that something's going on, but there aren't enough people who actually know what's going on.
Students really aren't working together to solve this conflict.
And once we all become interdependent and reliant upon each other, I think that a great amount of those obstacles will be defeated.